Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Chickanic. Hope everybody's having a great week. Sorry, I have been a little slow about making videos this week. I have been super slow at the shop, which makes me super busy cleaning, organizing, and getting ready for this spring. So I haven't had really anything in that was very interesting until I got this saw in and I thought, hey, this is a fix that I haven't made a video on. It's a trick that y'all might not know about. So today we're talking studs. No, we're not talking about the guy standing at the end of the bar wanting to buy the girls a drink. We're not talking about horses, and we're not talking about walls. We're talking about chainsaw studs. What holds your bar on to your chainsaw. But before we get into today's video, if you're a fan of saving time, money, and frustration while fixing your own small engine equipment while watching in-depth tutorials, you've come to the right place because that's what I do. I upload a couple times a week, and if that sounds interesting, hit that like button, smash that subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. I love to read through the comments, and I will reply to all the early commenters. So let's jump into this repair, but hang around, guys, because when I get done with it, I have a question to ask you, and I could really use y'all's help. Now, most all chainsaws come with 2 bar studs sticking out the side, but Stihl decided on some of their models to just put 1. And I do not know why they did this, but instead of having both of them like this one is not there, and all you have is this 1 stud here. Now, this is the MS-251 that we're talking about. They only come with 1 bar stud. Now, when the customer brought theirs in, they had completely ripped it out of the saw, and this is from over-tightening. You can go forever without this happening to you, but a lot of people think the tighter is better, and it not always is with these. It's not supposed to exactly hold it in place. Your chain adjuster is supposed to hold it in place, and it's just supposed to hold the side cover and the bar in place. So if you go too tight on these, it will rip smooth out. Now, a lot of people think that you might need to helicoil this. Well, Stihl came out with this oversized bar stud because I guess they knew it was an issue. And guess what? It is 1 millimeter bigger to fit perfectly in the stripped out hole. Now, a lot of you, I know you're going to say helicoil it, and it will work. It will work much better in this than in other parts of the chainsaw. Like whenever I did a chainsaw just a little bit ago in a couple of videos back where I was replacing the entire engine for my commercial customer because he'd rather do that than helicoil it. A lot of you said you would have just helicoiled it. But the fact is, when it comes to the cylinders of these engines, I don't think that they helicoil well. I mean, maybe a lot of other people have luck with it, but every time I see a chainsaw come in with a helicoil for the spark plug, it always comes out or is loose, or that's their issue. And once, you can't just keep going up in sizes in these helicoils. I mean, once you've stripped it out once, you're pretty much done on these chainsaws and it needs another cylinder. In fact, I got 2 saws in the shop right now. Both of them need cylinders from the helicoils ripping out of them. So, and I don't think the helicoils were even in them that long. I only see it mostly in the Husqvarna saws. I don't know if the metal that they make their cylinders with is different than other ones, but I really just don't trust helicoils to fix the spark plug holes in a chainsaw. Now, they say you don't need to put thread lock on it, that it will work perfectly fine without it, but I go ahead and throw some on anyways. Whenever you put it back, you're going to want to throw a couple nuts on there. That way you've got some leverage, and make sure that it is straight. Once you've tightened it down, you might think that you've tightened it in enough, but you're going to want to make sure that you are completely flush, that lip on the bottom end of the stud, that it is completely flush with the plastic of the saw. Because if it is out at all, even 1 millimeter, it's going to keep the bar away from the side of the saw. And you have that little oil channel right there where it needs to meet up perfectly with the bar, and that's the way your chain gets oil. If it is not connected to that and it's not flush with that plastic, it will leak between the bar and the chainsaw and it won't lubricate correctly. And as you see here, I've got it screwed in perfectly flush with the plastic of the chainsaw. You don't want to go in too far and you don't want to be out too much. You got to have it perfect. So here's the tip and trick. Did you notice that my MS-251 has 2 bar studs? Well, yours can too. There is a spot for the stud, just like, I don't know why they changed it up and put no stud there and just put a screw with a little metal collar in there, but you can actually take that screw out, take the metal collar out. When I got this saw from a customer for free because they didn't want to put the money into it to fix it, and it needed a lot of work, but we got it fixed. The stud was ripped out. So when we were messing with all this and we thought it was quite odd that it only had 1 stud and Didn't really like that. We found that if you take those pieces out, you can put the old stud that was ripped out into that hole with some thread lock. It'll go right in. Then you can use the upsized stud that you buy, the extra millimeter size, to put in your hole that's stripped out, and you're good to go with 2 studs. Now the problem though is the side cover still only has 1 hole. So this ain't gonna work for everybody, but if you're a shop that has a bunch of saws laying around and you got an MS-250 side cover instead of a 251, slap that bad boy on there with 2 stud holes and you're ready to go. And if you need to change your stud out on your MS-251, the part number's 1123-664-2405. So that's the fix, but guys, I need your help. I've been talking in a few of my videos about the shop that we're building out at the house, and it looks like it's fixing to happen. I've been waiting on my builder for a long time, and he just said, it's a go, get all your plans together, and let's get it going. And I'm a little scared because I don't know anything about building a new metal building shop. And so I'm coming to y'all. I need y'all's help. Anybody that's experienced with it, if you have any tips, tricks, any ideas that I need to know about, I would truly appreciate it. I am building probably a 30 by 50 building, and I got, you know, about where I want the doors. But if you think that the doors are not placed in the right place, do I want more doors? Do I want less doors? I don't want to take up too much wall space. We're going to be doing, you know, Chickanic stuff in there, so I've got to think about that. I'm probably going to go with 16 feet so I can put a second storage level on it. I don't know. I could really use y'all's help, and any ideas, anybody that's experienced with it, things I need to look out for, things that, you know, I need to buy, or things that, you know, are going to make my life a lot easier. So I figured I'd head to y'all and get some good information. If you would, leave me a comment below. I would love to read through them to know what y'all think about, because I could use some help. But I'm super excited, and I hope you are too, because I'm going to bring y'all along this entire journey of this shop build with me and turning it into my dream shop. We're going to have the whole Chickanic area set up. We're going to be working on cars. I know a lot of you have asked me, what are you doing with that 68 Mercury Cougar sitting in the driveway? What are you doing with that Camaro, the Vet? We are finally going to have a place to work on stuff. It's just really hard here in Arkansas. It's either 100 degrees or 30 degrees. And if the weather's nice, we're slammed at the shop and we don't feel like working when we get home. So having an indoor shop is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to take you on this journey with me. And I have to give huge shout out to Summit Racing. They were awesome. They saw some of my videos and they sent me a banner and some fender mats, and they said they were going to help me along with any build that I wanted to do. And so I can't wait for that to happen and for y'all to be part of it. If y'all haven't checked out Summit Racing yet, they are an excellent company to work with, have great customer service, and we have always been happy with them. Thanks again for tuning into Chickanic. Hopefully this video saved you some time, money, and frustration. If you haven't found us on Facebook, find us at facebook.com/Chickanic. Find me on Instagram at TheRealChickanic, or find me at Chickanic.com, where you get your own t-shirts, hoodies, and long sleeve shirts. Thanks guys, and have a great day.